Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of the glorious Russia campaign, and in this episode, if you remember correctly, we have a massive army of nearly 240,000 men, and they're preparing for the invasion of Dunkirk. Let's go. I can ferry more in. Get to Riga now. I can ferry one more army and I'll take the boys from Riga. The Riga boys, they're going in. And we won't build those yet. Mutual funds, I want the economy fixed. Send the army in. It's done. 300,000 men versus mine, but I have 113,000 artillery cannons. Okay, can't you guys push here? Ah, that's why. Get out of there, get out of there. Can't afford to lose the whole fleet. Well, we'll have to hope the boys can hold. Yeah, the artillery. French artillery just got decimated. The French infantry is definitely taking heavy casualties. Alright, they blockaded us. We can't escape. It's up to the infantry to win. Fight them to the end, boys. Kill this entire army, they're done. $178,000. Come on, artillery, do your duty. Fight with tooth and nail. Come on. Come on. It's getting close. I don't think we're gonna win. I mean, it's ticking close. Worst comes to worst, my boys fall back. Alright, I'm not risking them any longer. They'll fall back. Okay, it was a loss. It was a loss. But it wasn't really a loss. Because the British are coming. And they can fight them too. Alright. My boys are going to regroup, rearm, prepare for another round. Alright, go back. Alright, now the British Army's going in. It was a loss, but it's an acceptable loss. They'll act like that was a battle that they won, but they lost. They just took overwhelming losses. They lost several 100,000 men. No, they were sitting at 210. We had them down to 100. They added the other 100 and something stacks, so they've lost 200,000 men in this. So France lost, and I'm seeing Austrians in now. Ah, how well the army does. They think they stopped me. They never stopped me. Alright, do hyperinflation stuff. Yeah, they're done. Look at this. Boys, just head in. Just head in, start securing stuff for me. We have the dub now. Works for me. War is not going well enough for us. Yeah, that's what I thought, bitch ass. You're out. They're done. The war is lost. The Krieg is ballooned. They don't have enough troops to keep us back. All of you head here. Reinforcements head up here. I want all of you in there. What was left of the French army, over 150,000 conscripts, is now officially gone. They'll send 50,000 more men into this. They're crazy. It's a slaughterhouse. And what just rose? The anarcho-liberals. The British won Normandy. I mean, I'll give them credit where credit's due. Is this a great war? No, it is not. They're losing several 100,000 people. They cannot continue this. It is done. They fought tooth and nail for this territory. And it will end in a French loss. Keynesian economics. Fight them tooth and nail. I want it all. I want it now. Head here. Head here. Here. 3 head down here. I think the fall of Paris will be the telltale sign of how this war goes. Come on, fall of Paris. Oh yeah, it's happening. What is this, 66,000 men? This is one of the last remnants of the French army. Will it succeed? Probably not. War is not going well enough. Tell me about it now. Jesus Christ. Kill it all. Here, 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 and here. Adding a war goal. 10 infamy. I want the Suez. I will do that because I have no choice. Let's see what the French decide now. Are you willing to keep fighting in this war for territory you can't keep? So far they are. Jesus Christ. I reinforce that with one army. Now, what say you? What say you if I do this, and this, and this, and then yeah. Here. Push here, push here, push here. Push there, push there. French Sinai, acquire Normandy, acquire Zanzibar. Peace deal. Alright, gentlemen, head home. You've achieved greatness. Alrighty. Excellent. Excellent. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get Malacca going. Brunei. Here. That. That. This. Do that one. I might not have held that. Damn, I didn't. That. This. Just gonna start expanding the naval bases now. Okay, all that stuff should be good. Suez, upgrade it. Upgrade that one. That. Upgrade there. There. Did I upgrade those other ones to max yet? I probably didn't. Nah, they're still 2 away. Alright. Where's the fleet at? Okay, I need convoy ship, so we need 1 steamer. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 dreadnoughts. A single battleship. Then add 7 new cruisers to it. Cut back the funding to the Navy. Add this real quick. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll just play out the rest of the game. I don't have any real reasons to keep this going anymore. Britain is in total collapse. Alright. You guys are to head east. Somebody will go there. Here. Smolensk. Kursk. Vladimir. Here. And here. Okay, go for organizational development, and then we'll end it with limited access roads. I'm not backing you, you were on your own. Okay, for some reason the United States wanted in on this. I joined the USA on a heartbeat. Okay, who has the industrial might? Because somebody's beating me in this. The United States is. They're ranked first. I have more prestige, but they have over 1,200 more of that. Plus I build more battleships and dreadnoughts. That is something I could theoretically do. That would boost my military score up again. Okay, where the hell did I put that thing at? Down here. Keep building up the army. Build it till it can be built no longer. Did I pass that up? I did pass that up. We'll see where the fleet's at this point. That's where our decision will come from. The Republic of Britannia? Are you kidding me? Whoa. That's actually kind of cool. Does that mean what happened to... Wait, Ireland? Ireland's a thing? All of freaking British India is gone. Yeah, all the states are becoming independent. Britain has collapsed. Jesus Christ. Well, you guys are all getting added to the anti-rebellion army. Have fun, boys. Kill them all. Jesus. They never will gain power in my lands. I don't know why they're trying. Who are these anyway? These the communists again? Yep, communists. Okay, do limited access roads. I find it hilarious Poland was this freaking huge juggernaut in this game and they've been reduced to nothing. They were doing so well. So freaking well. They were my freaking protege, man. They were doing excellent. Like, nothing could stop them. And then, for whatever reason, they decided to completely leave the Union. And as a result, resulted in them dying. What movement do we have now? More unemployment. Jesus Christ, people. Shut up about that. Acceptable pensions. We'll do that. We get limited access roads. Russia's gonna expand further. Union's independent. There's like no resources in the world right now. Like nothing's building almost. It's making me wonder if the war drained all the world's resources. And it's gonna take time to build it back up because, oh yeah, because the French freaking mobilized. I bet their entire industrial base is gone. I didn't even think about that. Oh yeah, you guys were supposed to go there, and then I need my fleet. You guys gotta head over here and pick up my boys. I didn't even think about that, man. Jesus. Head to Neville, and then you guys will head to St. Petersburg after. Perfect. How's the rest of the fleet looking? One more battleship. I'll keep asserting my position. At this point, I got nothing to lose. Yeah, I think we'll just end this game out. I definitely think so. It's not worth continuing anymore. There's no real war I can do. The infamy's too high. So I don't see a point in it. We did get Sweden in the end. Kind of poggers on that. That's kind of what we wanted. Alright, we have all the tech. What's everybody want? Unemployment. Fine. I'll stay at home and shut up. Okay, I don't end my economy, but it's fluxing. We have all the tech. Excellent. Okay, you guys can head here. You guys are there. Kill them all, then head home. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Russian engineers, North Caucasus. What's this? Yes. I want more prestige. I wonder what the difference is between me and America. I really want to see the difference. Like, who is the power player in this? How far different are we in terms of great power status? They have 600 points on us. I can easily get more though. Hog, Alaska. All right. 5 more of those. We'll see how many points that gives us. How many capital ships in terms of having 20 does that give us? 505. I'll make 10 more. That works for me. So we'll have an additional grouping of 10 dreadnoughts, 10 battleships, and a line of cruisers. Okay, how many cruisers can I build? That's a cruiser. That's a cruiser. That's a cruiser. Okay, that's all we can build. Watch ya. Alright, that'll be the goal. Try to build up the fleet in time. Question is, will it get done in time? We'll fight tooth and nail. We'll try to form this new military at the best of our ability. Yes, we will attend. Get 9.1 prestige. Oh my god, look at freaking Jesus. India's in collapse. How bad is France right now? That's really bad. France fell to communism. Fell to goddamn communism, man. Some of my rivals definitely do want to, or some of the outlying countries definitely want to form an alliance with me. I think Belgium will get Wallonia back before the end of this. If they do, that's kind of funny. Nobody has influence in any of my empire. Sweden's nearly done. Keep improving relations with the Danish. This is a very powerful Prussia. I'm very shocked by this. This is one of the more powerful Russias I ever formed. Navy still growing in strength. All of those dreadnoughts and battleships get done. We definitely can rival America. Oh yeah. Keep going, keep going. How far are we now? That's a 500-point difference. It's doable. Definitely doable. I just need time, man. 1932s. I see a lot of 32s in this. Surprised the economy's doing as well as it is. I guess some of it's from tariffs. Tariffs alone are making us that money. And we're selling pretty much everything we have. America, I'll take that. France, I want nothing to. Oh my god, it's even worse. Belgium got Picardy. Belgian Dunkirk. Pog. That's actually, I could definitely see that happening. They go, we want our old lands back, and we're allied with the British, so they'll safeguard us here. The British go, we secured our old Normandy territory. everything kind of works out. Alrighty, you guys can have the Rostov. I'm just gonna keep building this troop. I want more army troops. Yes, we're ranked 1. We beat the Americans. Good. Russia, good. I will say by 1935, I'm kind of curious in terms of the production of side of things, in terms of this. I want to see how much of this we're involved in. Did we build any tank factories? We did not. Any airplane factories? We have. Alright, I'm just kind of curious on that front. I wonder if we were making tanks. I know we're making a lot of the main goods across the globe. And since... Oh my god. This is actually a very powerful Austria. I am shocked by this. This is one of the most powerful Austrias I've ever seen. And it didn't even form Austria-Hungary, for God's sakes. Look at North German Federation. It's gone. It's been pushed into a freaking corner, dude. There's nothing they can do in this. Yeah, me building the rest of those ships was a good idea. How far is the difference now between me and the United States? It flipped on a dime. We have 700 points almost on them. And they have 2.5 years left before endgame. Oh good, the colonial side. Wait, what just happened? Great Britain reformed. Radical party's in charge. One, 2, 3, 4. Ukrainian. Whatever the hell that word is. Britain, I want nothing to do with you. You're on your own. Russia has its spheres of influence. Wallachia and Moldavia are still puppets of Ottomans. The Ottomans actually survived. I'm actually shocked by this. They survived. Out of all the dead man of Europe survived, but France, Britain, the North Germans all collapsed in this world. Even Poland collapsed. I mean, it lost. It definitely was doing better. I feel very sorry for them. If I put this at 100%, how much money do I lose? Not enough. Is that point difference still prevalent? Oh, the United States is catching up. I don't like that. It smells weird. Alrighty. Five of those. And a group of cruisers. 2 groups of cruisers. Excellent. Nope, I want nothing to do with you people. Good luck. We're gonna keep trying to build the rest of this fleet, because I don't want America to suddenly gain influence. I don't want America suddenly to have power. Wow. Conservatism's on the move. Excellent. Kill that. Head home. What if any of these ships won't get done on time? It's a good question. Some won't. I think we'll have some that won't get done in time. Rostov's getting its one done. I don't care enough. France, Greece, I don't care about neither one of you. As long as I keep building the ships, I think we're fine. Yeah, because I think there's enough time to get these guys done. Build it up. Build it up. Good, 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 good. This is an amazing Russia game, man. This was a very different one for me. I found it to be very entertaining, a lot of fun. It definitely was a challenge towards the end with France, because we had to deal with a few other minor things instead of what we usually deal with, which is just fighting a freaking war. I don't know if I'd recommend this to everybody. When it comes to being able to play it, definitely releasing the countries does give you your horde, which is something you want in this game. You want to have a horde of freaking things you can call on that can go in and kill everything. The only problem you run into, and it is a very serious issue that you can run into, is one of them getting too powerful. Austria is probably not as hard to play as when it comes to dealing with it in that factor, because a lot of the countries you release, none of them will probably gain any, like, additional lands. Not like the Russians. Belarus and Ukraine and Poland kind of eye each other for the same territories, so like through here is like a little bit of a hotbed between your troops or your different groups. Lithuania with Memel, the rest of this territory isn't anything that matters. Königsberg or Gumbinnen, whatever the hell that word is. Oh, will the rest of them get done? Pog, please. I'll build one of those cruisers somewhere else. Archangel. Oh yeah, we got this. We got the win, baby. We're ranked first. That's ranked first kind of game. Alrighty. Yeah, because I definitely, the only thing I regret is I didn't give Belarus this. If it would have had that, maybe it would have shrunk Poland just enough to keep them underneath the, great power status. I mean, the only thing is I can't guarantee it. There's no way to guarantee it. And them and Germany are going to keep fighting each other for this freaking provinces here. Like, if Austria decided to go in and punch the Polish Free Galicia, they could do it right now. Easily beat them. And the territory that they gain will weaken Poland further. So Poland's only going really to war with the Germans is because they need all this western territory back. They need Posen back so they can have their lands. I don't see the point as a player in this to continue what I'm doing. In terms of dealing with stuff like that. That's and like definitely dealing with like releasing countries. It's definitely a fun idea in theory, but it's horribly implemented. We'll jump to 3 speed. Austria and the such. It was very interesting to sit there and see them grow. This is probably the strongest I've ever seen Austria get in this game. Typically, I always see them get like beat. Like everybody punches them. Italy gets involved. Ottomans sometimes get involved. The Germans get involved. The French can get involved. This is like one of the only times where I've sat there and seen Germany really just keep getting punched non-stop. And we just got an independent Bremen. That is a thing. We now have independence there. Ireland. Who's the crisis? I'm declining because I'm not involving myself in your war. Good luck. The colonies, they grow larger. Um, America, of course, is going to join it. He's joining the United States. I mean, I have more reasons to side with the Americans, so you tell me if you want to do this. It's not going to end well, but the game will end before the crisis hits. It has 200 days. We only have a few more months. The Second World War. What was it started for? Ireland. Oh, that's a funny way to end this game. But yeah, that's the only thing I didn't have. Yeah, and look, exactly what I called it. Look, they took Posen. Look who's at war with them. The Austrians. Guess what they want? East Galicia? Let me look. East Galicia? Oh no, they want to liberate Posen. Okay, that's a shocker. Well, who are you going to liberate it to? There's nobody there. Are you going to give it to Poland, Lithuania? That wouldn't even make any sense. They are not going to release that to them, are they? I gotta see this. This will be funny. Somebody's about to get land, and I gotta see who. Oh, good. One more to go. Safe working conditions. How's the migration status here? Not that good. How would I give you guys a good minimum wage? I'll keep you all to shut up. It's had some of an impact. Nah, there's still people immigrating. That sucks. Doesn't surprise me though. But yeah, that's the only thing I think if we could have gave him that to Belarus, I think Poland may not have gotten enough influence to really expand. And I'll just keep jumping down speeds as time goes on. Besides that, I really wish Lithuania could have got Memel. That would have been kind of cool. But again, I get the game why I didn't let it. Yeah, now Austria's in this. They didn't take East Galicia, but they took Posen. I hate this game sometimes. And France is exactly where I thought it'd be. It has an entire rebellion going on, and it's going to collapse. Pretty much, France has turned into British India. There's nothing saving it. Besides that, I do think this thing with Ukraine looking like this looks freaking weird as hell. I didn't really want to give them this, but it was something that kept Poland weak for a little bit longer. I definitely would see these three as your big players, though. Belarus can get a small army going. It gets a sizable one. It's not the biggest, but it is sizable. Ukraine's the next biggest, and then Poland's probably your juggernaut. These two pretty much can help you tank this entire game out. Lithuania formed actually a semi-big army. Somehow the Prussians have an army right now. That's a shocker to me. Finland, another good little power player up in our Scandinavian lands. Besides that, I think getting Sweden's actually kind of cool too. I'm glad we got them in the end. Wasn't really planning on going for it all. I know I was going to go for Norway, I said too at some point, but it really wasn't going to be worth me doing it. Just because it means I had to end the alliance. I had to pull them out of my sphere. I had to get them below 100. Then I got to declare war on them. Infamy wasn't matched up. Bulgaria would have been a nice another. I want to make a puppet, but they already had too many They had too many states, so I couldn't do it. Persia, I don't think I could do it too, because again, it falls under the same category. I still want to know how Afghanistan joined China, but as we can clearly see, China has devolved into its It pretty much is turning into pretty much World War II style looking China, except Mongolia owns more territory, and Manchuria and Korea are independent from Japan. The United States actually lost a little bit of territory to the British here, and it looks like the only thing they own is that northern stretch of land, which looks horrible. They own the Yukon and Northwest Territories. That's actually kind of disgusting looking. Iceland was independent. Surprisingly enough, the Irish got independence. That one's actually kind of funny. The economy's still rolling through. Yeah, Africa's gonna be hell. It's a rebellion. I don't see France surviving this, especially in terms of what we have. I did kind of like the idea of having 2 independent bases, but since I didn't have Memel, there was no point, or I had Memel, there was no point in keeping it. If I had just had Kaliningrad and Königsberg, I would have been fine with it, but I didn't. Owning Odessa down here is really cool. Well, not Odessa, but the Moravia territory, that's kind of pog. I kind of like having that under my control. Georgia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan never really did too much in terms of conflict, but they were nice little border blockers. The only thing I really wish we could have did was release Kiva, and the only problem is they won't have all the territory they're supposed to get. Like all of this territory, they don't have any cores on it, and because they don't have cores on it, they can't do anything with it. So it's kind of like there's no point in them even coming back. Besides that, I mean, Crimea hasn't done anything either. I really released everybody and had no idea what this was going to do. Besides me wanting to keep Poland alive, but it died. She's shrunk. She's nowhere near her power. If it loses East Galicia, it's pretty much just it'll basically turn into a Hoi 4 looking Poland after World War II. Like if you play as Germany or Russia or something and you want to keep it small and shrunk, mainly Germany, that's what it would look like. I'm as I said, I'm surprised they got independence. I'm surprised there wasn't a war for it. Spain still kept control. I mean, surprisingly enough, stability-wise, Spain isn't doing too bad. Portugal's not going too bad. I do see a lot of communist countries and fascist countries, though. So I'm actually really worried about that. That's really messed up. Scandinavia, yeah, you guys are all bad. Who's communist? So, the North Germans have the NSDP. Austria is socialist. Conservative. The Italians went fascist. France went communist. Belgium went fascist. Spain is communist. Portugal's communist. America went back to democratic, so that must mean FDR got power. Bulgaria's fascist. Latvia's fascist. Moldavia's fascist. Ottomans are fascist. Assuming Japan's fascist. Out of all the countries in the world, it looks like it's my country is a more traditionalist, conservative government. Great Britain's the naval power that still has colonies that are breaking apart, so it's turning into like I guess you say the liberal version of it. I don't know. Poland's fascist. What's Ukraine doing? Yeah, that's what I thought. Nationalists, liberals, conservatives. Yeah, it's not too bad overall. So as I said, the only thing that I don't understand what the hell went on is the fact that Two Sicilies got communists that took over like decades ago. So it's been going on for like 30 years in game, and it's been going on for about 30 years, if not more. Their entire territory's been sieged down, and the game never just let the communists take over. I can't imagine what this economy looks like right now. It's probably trash. Italy never really was able to do anything because it never got that territory. So even as a great power, it's just too weak. So Italy is completely worthless in this. Somehow Brazil became a great power. Jesus. Yeah, Brazil's not doing bad. I didn't realize they were a great power. They're not that bad. They have their influence sphere. Yeah, they have a tiny bit of industry. It's not great. It's not 4 figures, but I mean, it's there. It's better than the Italians. It has a bigger military than the Italians. It has a bigger military, more industry, more prestige. Jesus, Brazil's doing well. Japanese, they have a better industry in Brazil. Their industry is pretty strong. It's a giant leap. Look at that. That's a 1,200 point leap. Then you go from France. Wasn't France like second or third in this at one point? They were first, I think, at 2. And they got cut back. Jesus, because they lost so much land. They lost Normandy, lost Picardy. They lost Alsace-Lorraine. They lost all their Rhineland territory in Germany. Everything just collapsed. So they lost all their industry. Their military was beaten to the brink. Lost a lot of prestige from all the wars. Britain fell under the same thing. Its industry still is existent. It's still very powerful, but the problem is its military and its fleet got hit. It lost a lot of prestige. Austria is the powerhouse on the European mainland with me. We're probably the two that would start a war with each other. I have more prestige than they do. My industry is a tiny bit larger. Their army is where they're weak at. They have no military to speak of. America, on the other hand, it's a powerhouse. It's definitely got it has half my military strength. It doesn't actually have any capital ships. That's the difference. So all that force is all army troops. Its industry is much larger. I've doubled their prestige, so their industry is really where the United States thrives at. As it showed on there, I don't see any capital ships, so I wonder how big their fleet is. It's only 6 ships. Wow. America only has 6 ships. I have a bigger fleet than the United States, and I'm freaking Russia. I mean, I could have seen a world going out like this. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's like Austria. Austria is a powerhouse in terms of size, but in terms of overall military strength, it's very weak. I could definitely see it collapsing into the 20th century. Russia, on the other hand, is built up a very vast network of industrial plants everywhere. The industry is thriving. Its military is doing good. Its navy is doing good. I mean, we could see a rivalry between me and the U.S., but it's just for Alaska. They wouldn't like the fact that I own this. I forgot to build that, but I kind of like the idea that I own this. It's kind of like the same thing. I watched a video one time on YouTube where it was just like if Russia would never have sown Alaska, what would have happened to it? Because you would have had the Tsar, the White Guard, and they probably would have ran to Alaska. But if the Soviets got control of it, all of a sudden the United States has a rival Russia on its border, or a Soviet Russia on its border that has nuclear abilities. Suddenly it becomes more of a threat, which was kind of cool. So I kind of like the fact that we were able to keep some of the colonies. I do like owning this little strip here, though. It's kind of like a military. I'm like a deterrent. Besides that, I wish we could have did more in terms of Asia, but I never really focus on Asia anymore. Like, if I play Japan, I focus Asia, but if I'm playing as the European countries, there's no point in focusing in Asia. There's literally no point. If you play as Russia, all you run into is maybe you want Manchuria. Besides that, there is no point in focusing over here. Because the Chinese, even if they suck, even if they're military, it's only a 287? Wow. That's a shocker. And it's mobilized. Oh, that's even more terrifying. That's a very weak China. But like that's it. Like that's usually my main thing is I just don't like fighting China. They just send in their hordes of irregular infantry farmers that just go flying through the border of Russia. Like I actually did fight for this one time, and it was a pain in the ass. I didn't want to do it anymore. Like Europe's more fun to play with. I just don't see any point in focusing Asia. That's why I'm hoping with Vicky 3 they kind of change a lot of this stuff. I would like to see Asia focused a little bit more. It would be more entertaining, but at the same time, it's kind of like you expect Asia not to be. Because the only country that ever westernized was Japan. All the other ones just collapsed. China never had enough time to westernize. It was too busy killing itself. Japan was powerful enough to unite under its banner. Killed Korea. Killed the Manchurians. Took Formosa. Took East... What was it, East Hebei? They owned, like, what was it, the territory just outside Beijing? So, like, it knew how to win, and it gave it a huge advantage in terms of being able to fight China. It was modernized, it had planes, it had tanks, it had ships. It could fight the Chinese. Chinese couldn't. So I kind of want to see how Vicky 3 turns out, because I'm kind of hoping that I hope they do a really good job with it. I know I talked to one person in terms of the comment section on, I think it was either Austria or maybe Japan or Germany. I forget which one it was going into. And said something about my aircraft carrier comment. I was like, hey, maybe not aircraft carriers, but I'd like to see seaplane tenders. Something like little to where, like, it'd be fun. But I can see why they would never have put it in Vicky 2. Vicky 2, it wouldn't have worked. The idea of it is amazing, but the follow through is piss poor at best. Um, so I could never see that happening. Would I play Russia like this again? I consider it. It definitely helped in terms of rebellions. I didn't have to deal with Poland. I didn't have to deal with Ukraine, Belarus. None of these guys, Finland, uh, these guys down here. I didn't have to worry about rebellions. So it did make my job easier. All I had to worry was the communists, and I never had to put my entire army on the border to deal with it. I could keep my army kind of spaced out and focus on small armies while my hordes dealt with everything. So it was entertaining in that. And with the Russia campaign done, that means I could probably focus on Austria a little bit more. So I think that'll be my new goal. Hopefully sometime maybe this week, I might be able to do another live stream of it. I'm hoping to do that. When you guys hear this, it may have already happened. And I'd really like to do one live stream. I'd like to get more of this done. I want to get Austria finished. That way it's out of the way again. And finishing this up though, it's kind of Vicky chewed me out, but maybe I'll try playing it, see if I can get through it. Maybe something interesting will go on, and I'll actually enjoy it more. Otherwise, I don't really know what else to say besides letting the game end. So hopefully everybody enjoyed this Russia. I know hopefully it was something different. Hopefully not too many people have done this too often. To kind of see how things go. And look, the Octoberists are still in power. My conservative government doing excellent. The fascists. Jesus. Oh, but hopefully everybody's okay with how I played Russia this time. I definitely thought about doing something different in terms of releasing countries, so my little Western powers were able to help me. I don't know if I'll do that for any other country. I mean, in theory, you could do it with Brit. Oh my god, you could do it with Britain and have all the Indian countries civilized, and they can go through. Oh my god. Oh my god, the hordes. You could unleash them on anybody, they would kill it all. That'd be funny to watch. But it's definitely something that was fun. I did enjoy this. As I said, Austria is the next one I gotta finish up on. I don't know if I'll play as anybody else. I really haven't thought about it, to be honest. There's just like no other countries I really want to play as, like unless I release them. And then even then, it's kind of a pain in the ass to even play as released countries because half the time like you're just sitting there. Like one time I released I think I actually released Poland by itself, none of the other Russian provinces. And it took me almost in-game time 30 to 50 years before I could do a war. So it was incredibly boring. And I think the first person I punched was Austria. Like, it was a very boring game, and I did not have that much fun. Like, in terms of if I recorded or streamed it, it would not be fun. Same thing with Ukraine. Like, Ukraine's probably the only other country I'd consider because it's a doable. It has somewhat of a population. It has... I don't know if it has iron. Does it have iron? It does have iron, so it does have a steel-producing thing. But overall, it's not really designed to be like a country you fight with that much. But it would be fun to try it. I was also thinking, I know at one point I was going to maybe do a Netherlands or Belgium game. Netherlands is probably more doable. Redoing maybe another Sweden campaign informed in Scandinavia, that's a possibility. But I don't know when I would do that. It would probably be something I do really far into the future. As of right now, I don't really want to do it. And even then, if I did do it, it'd just be a pain for me. Because I honestly don't know if I would release the countries or not. Because in theory, you could form Scandinavia and just release Norway, Finland if you ever take it, Denmark. You could release all these guys and make them your puppets. And just have this whole name Scandinavia and have it be puppets the whole time. That'd be kind of funny. But I don't know how much I would enjoy that. Because as you can clearly see, Norway doesn't have much of an army to deal with. The Finns only have a small army to deal with, and the Danish don't have that many troops. So if I did do that, it'd really be a pain in the ass. You'd really need to keep it united so you can actually fight with everybody. Trying to think of anything else. I don't really think so. The only other thing I'd probably consider is maybe playing Spain and maybe seeing if I can form Iberia. That'd be kind of funny. But I don't know how much I'd want to do that or not. But that or maybe playing as Britain and maybe releasing Canada or Australia or something. I might probably consider Australia. That'd actually be kind of fun. Form Australia and see how many people I can drag over here. Maybe fight the Dutch for territory. That'd be kind of funny. So with that, all I have to say is this, guys. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. When we come back. I don't know what I'll be playing next. I actually don't know when I'll be releasing this. I might release this sometime after, I might release this after Hildebrand Quest, to be honest. Because, like, I've been enjoying, I enjoyed recording that, but I noticed the views aren't doing too well, which is something I think will have an impact. And I know some people came over with Vicky, and it gave me about 10 to 15 subscribers. So I think for the Vicky 2 people, I'll probably release this Russia. So for you guys, I'll probably push this next after the Hildebrand, and then go back to Final Fantasy, do Coils. Hopefully, maybe Austria will be done at that point, so I can release it. And we'll probably see where we're at next. Other than that, as I said, I'll see you guys next time. And hopefully you all enjoyed this fun Russia campaign in Vicky 2. I'll see you then. Thanks.